Hello, this is going to be my milestone 3. Okay, so let me get started here. Tank still moves, shoots. For milestone 1, AI still exists. Map generation, tile array, exposed designers, math. I'm going to go through these two first. So, let me go through the map generation right over here, right? So, in our scene, we have this map generator object, right? And it uses these three enum type, seeded, random, and map of the day to determine what type of map we're gonna get, right? Whether it's gonna use a seed that we give it, like the number that we type in to generate a map, or the date time now, or the date time now date. Those two are different, by the way. So over here in our generate grid, we're basically gonna do this row by column, right? And by default, we're doing this. We're doing this randomly, but first we're gonna use Unity engine.random.seed, because if we don't specify this Unity engine, then it won't know, because we have system and Unity engine up there as libraries. But basically, we're gonna take the X and Z position, because we're not spawning by height, we're going by width and length, room width and room length, right? And those two, actually, let me serialize those, because I believe those have to be exposed for designers to adjust. Okay, because I believe it says, yeah, tile array exposed, map width and height adjustable by designers. Okay, so that's that over there, right? Let me get this out of here. But yeah, this is the date to int function that we're using. Basically, it's taking our date time, and it's returning the year, plus it's basically converting all this into one number, but it's the year, month, day, hour, minutes. Almost forgot this. Seconds and milliseconds, right? And we're gonna use that and feed it into our map seed int over here, right? And that'll give us a different map when it comes to random. But map of the day is always gonna be the same depending on, what's today's date. So over here, we're gonna instantiate a random room prefab, right? And that is going to be from this function over here. It returns a game object, but that game object is going to be our room, right, that we fed into here based on our random number. And we're going to spawn that, set that room object's parent to this transform, aka the transform of this object, or the map generator object. We're gonna name that room just to make sure that they don't all say room when they come in, and then we're gonna open the doors accordingly to make sure that the player is not trapped in. Okay, so let me show you. So first let's do random. And we're doing 2 by 2, but you'll see that when it loads in. Okay. So there's the snipers, there's the rammers, and there's also the hunters over here. They each have a different room, but let me redo this. Because it is on random, it should give us a different one. Yep. Different ones each time. There are 4 different rooms here. There's the one for each type of tank. But we have power-ups in certain rooms for the player to run into, but I'll show that later. Yep, there's the glider room and different color ones. Those are heals. Those are shields right over there. Okay, those are different. Seeded, so that depends on the map seed that we feed in. So let me wait for this to generate. Okay. Same room, because, you know, same map seed. And just to go through it again. Same map seed. Okay. And then map of the day. Should be the same one. Yep. And oh yeah, I forgot. I have to show that, you know, I can still move. So yeah, I can still move. You may notice that there's a there's something above my health bar. That is the shield bar right now. Let me go over. Hopefully it doesn't kill me. Okay. Let me go over here and show what that bar is for. So that is a permanent power up right there. Right? And it's a shield. Basically, I take damage for that before I take damage for my health. So let me walk in front of this guy. Yeah, see, I took damage from that first. Let me get away from him because he's crazy. But he can still shoot and kill me. Where is that supposed to? So map generation, show that, show this, show this. Oh yeah, show these 3. AIs and players spawn in random tiles. Yep. They are not set at level load. Oh yeah, I have to show you the rooms, actually. So these are the room objects that I fed into the map generator objects, so they each have their own floor. This was based off of the tile template that was in the files. We have these doors that are open based on where, you know, wherever this room is spawned, because we don't want to keep it closed all the time, because if so, then the player won't be able to navigate. The enemy spawn points, right? And over here, this is a glider room, so we have 2 for this one to make sure there can only be 2 patrol paths for each respective tank that's going to be spawned in here. And the H power up is health, S is speed, and then these are the obstacles in the player spawn, right? So let me go through a different room. There's the hunter room, right? So there's the hunter room. The rammer room doesn't have objects because, you know, we want to give the rammers all the opportunities to run into you. Sniper room. Okay, so show those. Power up and spawn are able to be picked up by player and AI and respawn after a set designer time period. Okay, so the only one that I allowed AIs to pick up, because they're already pretty souped up, so I wouldn't want a hunter to have a fire rate power up. But either way, the only one that I allowed them to pick up are the heals, because that's the one that they need. But the player can pick up the shield, heal, fire rate, or shield pickups. So let me look at that. This is the one that you saw me use, the the shield pickup, right? So I changed my pickup script a little bit. They all have an enum type of power up type, and those are 3 different kinds. You'll notice that heal isn't a part of this because I separated heal from this. These are mostly for the AIs, right? We have this bool is permanent and this float duration, right? So shield doesn't really have a duration because you notice that when you pick it up, it's just in your health bar. It doesn't really, not your health bar, your shield bar. It doesn't really leave because there's no point for it to leave. But let me go back. Where did I put? Wait a second here. Where is my pawn? It's Visual Studio doing that thing where it blocks out your, if you have too many scripts open. Yep, there it is. Okay. So, public void, add effect, pick up power up, float duration, right? If that power up is permanent, then duration equals 0, then it's probably shield, because shield's the only permanent one, right? If not, we're gonna add, to our list called active effects, the power up and duration, right? And on update, we're checking the effects of those to make sure that, it should still be running. But let me show you that actually. So if it is player, then we're checking the effects. And we're gonna tick down on update through our active effects, right? And if it reaches 0 from over here, right, then we're gonna remove it and move on, basically. But through these over here, the fire rate and the rapid ones, those are really the only 2 that have a duration. But basically, after we remove them, we're gonna tick off the things that we added on, the 3F movement speed and the 3F reverse speed, and for this, the fire rate, right? But yeah, those are our power-ups. Power-ups affect play. Oh yeah, I already. Game Manager exists, is singleton, and allows access to player tank data component and updated list of enemy tank components and list of all power-ups mod. So I have a list of the power-up locations, right? I've always had the player in the game manager, and then the enemy list locations, right? That's what power-up spots are for, right? And then enemy spawn points. But these are the AI over here that we're gonna have. Actually, let me just. Hopefully it doesn't. Okay, so list of player spawn points, right? And then these are the power-ups. We got heal, speed, heal, shield, heal. We got all those in there, and then the current player, right? But yeah, we do have a list of all those. Game exceeds minimum requirements. I would say because I made sure to put in these obstacles, different power-up types, and multiple different rooms for each one. I would say that is what constitutes that, and also I added some new UI for the shield to accommodate that requirement. But yeah, let me save this actually. And the comments, actually, I've mostly been using headers for this, And these are pretty straightforward. They only have really start and on pickup. So I don't know. I don't see the need to... Okay, so for this, I should probably... Okay. Map generator. I've been commenting that. Right. Okay. But yeah, that is my video. Thank you for watching.